talking about material, and we're talking about you know, what the consumer needs to know. So I want to educate, help educate, further educate the customer. If you're a consumer, customer needing fabrication work, I just kind of wanted to run through some of the things that you need to consider, okay? Because when we talk about the time that goes into the work, when you look at your invoice, if it's itemized, we try to give itemized invoice. We won't break down everything, but we like to give that option. If you ask for it, we'll break it down in detail if need be. We're not trying to hide anything. We just, you know, a lot of customers aren't interested in the minutia, and it can cause some confusion. So we try to avoid that. So what I wanted to show again is sometimes when you get the material, there's a time of, you know, there's more work that goes into it. You know, when the contractor says, hey, I need to do some work at the shop. Well, there's a lot that goes into that. There could be a lot that goes into that. One, from picking up material, which we covered in the previous video, to two, fabricating the material once you get it to the shop. So if I say, hey, I need to take this back to the shop, it's not just sitting there, and it's usually not just a quick process. It's usually, you know, it takes some time. So the hours add up. The time that goes into the project adds up. So we're doing some cutting. Again, we're prepping. We're going to be doing some building a railing, some railing for a home. Hold your ears. So sorry, we got jack stands out on the job site, so we don't have anything to hold it. So excuse the noise, excuse the process. So what happens is we have to come back to the shop, and it takes time to perform the things that need to be performed. So that has to go towards the cost. So again, we're just doing some simple cuts here in preparation for the actual build. Cory's our helper. He's measuring out, he's got a cut list there, pretty archaic, on a piece of paper, and he'll mark them out and get the project lined out and cut and get the material, so that when the fabricators get back, they have the material cut, they can proceed to building a railing. They're out on a job right now doing an install of a railing that we did, a monstrous railing that we did. So I just wanted to, again, touch on this. So when I say I need to cut this, you see Cory measuring out, getting it right. It's not just a, hey, zip, and let's get back to the job site. It's a process. Measure twice, cut once is the same. But I just want to give you an insight. So we got a chop saw here, metal chop saw. We got it lined out, so measured up. Now we got it lined up according to the blade. Keep it flat. You got to accommodate for the blade length, the blade thickness. How much material is going to come up missing because you cut it with the metal blade that's that thick. So we got the Steel Max 14-inch saw. Can we get the length? These are all the same. Just another 80. And measure it from this side, Cory. Measure it from this side. Just be sure you change up on the side you're cutting. So we'll change on this last piece so we don't have the overhang and I don't have to hold it. We'll change the direction that we're cutting from. So we'll get that last cut on this piece, and that's one more 80-inch that we'll have to get. But here's some of the material. Hope you can see it. That's the material that we'll be cutting to build that railing. We got 41 feet, 72 feet, 75 feet, something like that. I have to double check. But it's going to be a 1x2 top bar with the newels will be 1.5 inch by 1/2 inch flat bar and 1/2 inch ballast. So that's where the material goes whenever we get it from the steel mill, the steel supplier. We get it there. We have to turn it into pieces, parts, components for these railings. We'll get them cut up. Like I said, the fabricators will be back to put it together. So that's what we're doing here. Again, the time to get all this cut is not wasted. It's going to take a little time. It's not going to be a quick jog. We want to get the measurements right. We want to get the cuts right. So that's what it takes. So that's just another aspect of I want to be able to see that, hey, this is what's going into your project. This is what's going into making help beautify your house, beautify your project. So thanks for checking in. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing to the YouTube channel. Thanks for just checking us out. Thanks. It's KBG Welding. I'm Kai. We're serving God and burning rods. Thanks.